gonna record me talking into the SD, but I'm gonna be throwing effects on my voice all the time. You can just throw it into that.
Damn.
Make it something chill.
Right. And we live. Here, there, everywhere around the world. This is The Bump, guys. So I have two very special guests. I have on my right here, the man, the myth, the legend, Dungeon Destroyah. And you guys know him already by Appetite. You know, it's your boy. It's your boy was on our Cookout, Volume 1. Check that out. This Ty blessed us with some beats. And we randomly ran across each other at Gracie's, and we're like, let's film a podcast today. So here we are, Monday, beautiful day. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm excited to have you guys here because I think I first heard of you at his Palma Zoo event.
Oh,
Yeah, so like the first Palma Zoo, I think at the Lost Leaf, right? Was that the one on 4 or was that 5?
Probably 5. I
5?
think. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like I was hearing your shit outside a Lost Leaf, and I just hear like this crazy like drum and bass industrial coming shit. I was like, what the fuck? That's like, who's playing this? And then that's just like, oh, that's Dungeon. So that was the first time I ever heard your music, man. That's tight. Yeah, like we were talking about house music. Like, what was your introduction to music? Like, just in general.
Growing up, my dad was a big metalhead, and he also like loved like Too Short and stuff like that. So,
Oh shit!
And yeah, he took me to my first concert, which was like Pantera. And then my mom was into like disco and electro.
Oh damn!
Yeah, and then my uncle was a b-boy, so got a lot of funk and all the breaks.
Oh wow! Yeah, damn.
Yeah, very well rounded. So very
that's a good spectrum. You're like all over.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah.
My mom, my dad grew up in a ranch in Mexico, so he was like mariachi and like cumbias. My mom too, to an extent, but she lived in the city, and then she came here when she was like 14 to the country. So that was like in the 80s, so she was like into like Prince, Michael Jackson, but like 80s glam metal, like Def Leppard, and REO Speedwagon was like her favorite band. And so like I had like a weird thing, and then my uncle got me into trance music and like hip hop, playing me Bone Thugs like at 6 years old. Like, what the fuck, they can say this on music? Like, what about you, Ish? What was your first introduction to music?
I remember I always listened to music, but I didn't hear music as a kid until like I was in 5th grade. My uncle picked me up from school, and then we went back to his house, and he lived over on like 28th Street in Indian School. So I was going to school in Mesa, so he drove me all the way back. We get back, and he turns on the TV, and MTV2 is going on playing.
Oh shit!
And they got the music video for Mad Villain's Monkey Suit.
What?
I've never seen that video.
No,
but it's like
I've
pretty
never seen
trippy. Like it's like at that point in time, I was like in 5th grade and never seen anything like that. You know, because it's all like if you ever see that like the animation, it's like real dark, and then Doom is just kind of doing whatever he wants to do, and like I don't know, it's a real trippy video. But I was like 5th grade, just like, you know, because everything was like Pharrell and like, you know, like real like
the clips, Dipset,
everything was real blingy, you know. And then this was like real like just down here. I was like, whoa, this is trippy. That was my first like where I was like, damn, this shit is crazy. Like it wasn't just regular like what I was used to as a kid, you know.
It like
the first
made
thing
you question everything. Like this is music. Like this is.
Oh, it can go this way.
Yeah, hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Damn, that's some crazy things. Like I would say like I didn't really have like my first like moment where I was like, what is this? Until you guys ever watched Toonami on Cartoon Network?
Oh, I haven't.
So Toonami, when they started playing Dragon Ball, Gundam Wing, and like all those like animes, they had a midnight run, and so we only had cable for like 30 days because we got the free trial, and my dad always canceled it. So I would watch the shit out of like Cartoon Network, and then one time they had this thing that was like, oh, Cartoon Network midnight run, and they're gonna be playing like music videos, like animated ones. So they were playing Daft Punk's Interstellar 5555, and the Gorillaz, they had like their first song, Get the Cool Shoe Shine, and of course, you know, the main song. So that was like my introduction. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's like there's like house music, and then there's some songs on there that change, and you're like this, what is this? And that was my introduction to like Daft Punk and the Gorillaz. So.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I think the Gorillaz.
Oh,
What's up, yo?
Dr. Snuff and
Should I open it?
yeah. I just think that.
Yeah, one of my first like CDs was the self-titled Gorillaz album.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I cleaned my nana's house. You know, she said I'll give you like a walk-in and 2 CDs. And yeah, it was self-titled Gorillaz and The Prodigy, Fat of the Land.
Yeah. I think the first CD that I bought with like house music was like Echo 65. that Blue Dabadita song.
Yeah.
That song was like crazy for me. I was into like that bubblegum like trance music. What's that one song? Like if you're alone and you need a friend, is that the Banger Boys and shit. Like I used to fuck with that. Like Alice DJ. This is like one of the records we were gonna play. Have you heard this one?
I don't know.
Like I want you back in my life. Want you back.
Does this have a little speaker?
Yeah.
I'm sure once you put it on, I might recognize it.
Right. Hell yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
But yeah, it's like I was into like that bubblegum trance music, and I got into like ATB and like
Oh shit, yeah.
like old school Tiesto, Armin van Buuren.
I got into a lot of that too through like Napster and Pirate Bay shit, you know?
Yeah.
Just seeing the names and you're like, okay, fuck it, you know? And then
Shout out to those things. Shout out to Kazaa. Everybody remembers Kazaa.
Yeah.
Damn.
CDs out there.
So you were talking about like house music earlier, how you started listening to like, you know, some house music like from Chicago and shit. Is that like what you're listening to now, or what was like what do you attention listening to?
Yeah, definitely. My girlfriend put me onto a lot of that stuff, so you know, I'm always listening to it with her, you know, enjoying it, and always learning about the history and culture. It's very, very beautiful. There's been a couple that have found their way into my crate, but it's just through like pure luck, you know, just finding stuff. A lot of, like I said, that Herb Martin soul drums. That's probably one of my favorites. You know, it's just all percussive too. It's not like there's no synths or chords being played. You know? So it's nice to see the rudiments, and just like Jalen's also another producer who doesn't really use synths or anything. Just very percussive and rudimental, and it's all about technique. You know. A lot of ear candy and using more than just a kick and a snare, you know, world percussion and stuff like that, you know, goes a long way. So, I mean, shit, always, you know, looking through Bookmans, you know, just trying to find something that makes some noise, you know.
Exactly, yeah. And I know, Ish, you were showing me a video. I don't know if it was a TED Talk or something about like the drum and bass, like evolution of the sound. Remember? I think it was you that was showing me that. Because you were fucking around with some drum and bass with Jameson Brown, right?
No, I was using the name Jameson Brown.
Yeah.
But it was this song, this soul group from here. I found from this guy named Johnny. What was his name? Something Johnny. He's an older guy though. He's like a historian, I guess.
Okay.
I think he's like in the 70s, but he has like this crazy record collection.
Oh damn.
And he had this section for. He knows a lot of Arizona music, and so he had this section for Arizona 45s. And it was this group from here, from the 70s? I don't remember, but I just grabbed all the records. I listened to all of them, and I found which ones I wanted, and I found this like little drum break.
Yeah.
And like I just flipped it.
Damn.
So it was like an Arizona break.
That
is what it is. It's cool.
Nice. Hell yeah. I fuck with that drum and bass because like it's like you said, it's so rudimentary, and it's like you gotta get creative with very little, you know? Versus like sometimes people can view, I don't know, there's this opinion of like, oh, sampling is like cheating or whatever. So like that takes it to like the very bare minimum and like forces you to be creative, you know?
Definitely. I mean, you know, to avoid legal issues, you know, it's been fun recording your own percussion, or you can sample by recreating the break yourself, you know, stuff like that. That's how. A lot of loopholes, you know. Yeah.
Well, it's like an Amen break. That shit became like the staple of hip hop, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Amen Brother, I think it was called, or something like that.
Yeah, Amen break.
Yeah. That's just crazy. Like just from that, like stemmed the whole thing.
Pop-off girls.
Yeah. Hey. For real. There was another one too. Like I mean, like they did that with house music early on. Like DJs would flip break. and just play it like on disco records. Like on this one right here, like this is just a disco record by this person named Karen Young. The Strictly Rhythm records, they're all like basically discos. And like the instrumental on it, there's like dun, 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 dun. And it's like the breaks is what they took to make those house music records. It's crazy. Yeah. You can smell the sweat and everything.
Yeah, smell the dance floor.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, you guys got some music you guys want to play, like just talking about like I think you're talking about a song earlier outside, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna talk about this sample.
Oh yeah, it's Disamandian.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and plug it in real quick. Oh.
But yeah, it's a sample that I've tried flipping time and time again, and finally was satisfied with the last take of it, which was the intro, harp. Yeah, just loved that part so much. Yeah. Kept trying to flip it over and over again because I thought it was just so beautiful. And it became the next track, which was Windbreaker.
Damn,
yeah.
that's tight.
Thank you, man.
Hell yeah. And that's crazy, like, we found all these fucking things that, like, that have been around us the whole time, we just didn't look in the right place.
Yeah.
It was in Turkey, true.
I was definitely tired of traditional American jazz, so I started finding things I couldn't read, things that weren't in English, and then just listening more to what the music was saying. And
That was beautiful.
yeah, it was very fun point in time. I wanted to make like 4 songs that were structured like that, very like as if it was almost a real live jam going on and stuff like that. So
yeah, no, and I remember we were talking earlier. You were like, I'm gonna let the sample ride out a little bit.
yeah.
You were talking about that. And I heard that in the beginning. You played it, and then it like hooks you, right? And then the drums come in and just like gets you.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
You're just like bobbing your head, and I was like, oh damn, this is tight.
Yeah.
And then that when this was like, oh, this is a new record that you sampled, like that flip was crazy.
Hell yeah. The what is it? New Jobs. The Music Is Mine. You know that song. If you just listen to it, there's no actual beat. It's like the same structure. That's what a lot of that is based off of. Is trying to make all those samples sound like they were together.
Yeah.
It's,
hell yeah.
very like.
Dude. That was tight. Is that like off your newest project or?
No, these are all songs that I have been kind of just keeping to myself since like 2014.
Oh wow.
Went through the whole jazz phase and made the things I wanted to make.
Yeah.
And then I started getting like, sectioned with hip hop acts and doing all that stuff. And that's not where I wanted to go with my music at the time. And I put it on SoundCloud and I was like, watch, this shit's gonna, get the plays, But when I drop the shit that I really want to make, it's a different game, It's like, one side it's 50,000 plays, going on in a day, and then the other one is getting like a couple hundred here and there, So
I feel that too. Like I felt like that sometimes in the podcast. There's shit that like I want people to see, like the things that we're doing with the cookout and like interviews and stuff. And I'm like, damn, like those are the videos that deserve the 5,000 views or whatever.
Yeah.
The Tame Impala reaction videos, like I love music and stuff, but like that's to bring my audience in kind of in a way. And I like doing it. It's fun. But like the real content is like the other stuff,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so help people appreciate it because it's tight, dude. It's hella tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You get some more for us?
I don't know what else you'd like to hear. More older stuff or more new stuff? Or?
Just play whatever you feel like.
All right. Well, let's see. Do you want to play something?
No, go for it.
Okay, word.
Because you're all plugged in,
Yeah, for sure. Here's one that I've been working on recently. It's just like been going on road trips with the lady and just like recording things in the forest and stuff like that, just banging on trees, making weird noises, screaming, Yeah. So
yeah, here's some wolves in the back.
Yeah, a lot of birds. It's pretty. Yeah, exactly. It's been very fun, just going on like scavenger hunts for sounds and stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to a lot of ear candy on these projects, So hopefully it's not too loud. Yeah, a lot of sounds from the forest. Went up to Oregon in the redwoods with my lady and stuff, and we're just getting crazy, you know, getting all.
You sound like some forest while you were obviously tweaking it.
No, yeah. It's just I try to just do a lot of sound collaging, just stuff from the Zoom mic,
You have an adapter by any chance?
Yeah, right.
Sick.
Voila.
Oh, yeah,
that
thank
was
you.
so crazy. Damn.
Yeah, it's a fun one. That one's pretty recent right now.
Me and Frank doing the stanky face.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
You hit us with
I was
that.
standing right behind you, just like,
Yeah, bro, that shit was so.
and that little with the sub and everything. That
Oh,
was a
yeah.
nice little place to play music at.
Yeah, like
We played this record just to
Yeah.
just I don't even know how to describe this thing. This is weird. Let me know what you guys think.
Isn't that weird?
I'm excited. Yeah.
This is the one that I randomly found. And it was just like that label. There's like 2 G's on it.
Southeast.
Triple J.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite one is the other side.
Dope. Yeah.
Fucking Bruce Wayne's Batman.
Batman.
Let's hear that one.
Yeah.
Which one is that one? The Batman?
Bat mix. Yeah.
Batmix.
That was tight though. Oh wow. Like when I heard that shit last week, I was like, well, who is playing this?
Oh hell yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. I'm just like so addicted to like jungle and drum and bass.
Yeah, I fuck with jungle music.
I don't know. Sounds like Ghosts. Yeah.
He's toasted. Off to sour diesel.
Yeah. That's funny. Oh hell yeah.
Oh, is it going through 2 years?
Yeah.
Sounds like some Batman shit.
Yeah, man.
Driving in the Batmobile.
Yeah.
You know how he drives fast? Right back, going back to his house, he's just like, you just see all the trees. He's like, I'm fucking Batman. Yeah. It's on
Oh, dude, thank you so
Superman
much.
fly.
That was fun.
Aquaman
Like,
swims.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Batman, he's rolling the blunt.
It reminds me of
like,
stuff like-
rapping.
I was like the Ghost in the Shell, the PlayStation 1 soundtrack.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That was it Spook and Spell?
Oh yeah.
Fast mix. That shit had me so pumped when I first heard it. I like started wanting to like make stuff like that, you know. I didn't know what it was, and then you know started digging into trance and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, playing a lot of Initial D, you know. And just, you know, like
Initial D, that fucking Euro
Euro beat. Yeah.
beat fashion. That's what I drive to.
Yeah.
I have a CD in my car.
That's
it's
funny.
Trance Mix 2003.
Hell yeah.
And that shit is just wow. I was like,
Yeah.
like some ATV, like crazy shit.
Yeah.
Man.
On our trip, I was just looking on OfferUp and I found like a TR9 boutique in Calabasas, and I was like on the way to the forest and everything. And I was going through that whole phase of wanting to do something like that, and finally getting to use just a replica of the module.
Yeah.
Just immediately just started making stuff like that, you know, without even trying. And I got a mini log, did some crazy shit, and I wanted to make some stuff like that, you know. So I'll play another one that kind of shows some of those features.
Glad I got you inspired to play some more.
Oh yeah.
That's
for
what I
sure.
like to do. Just throw on records to get people in the mood.
Yeah.
nuts.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, you know, it was really fun. Just kept wanting to make more stuff like that, you know. So, and then I got, what was it, like on New Year's, got like the TB03 acid bass line, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
And, that was fun to mess with that replica too.
Yeah,
Start learning how to program like acid bass lines and stuff like that. And this one was what came next after that.
There's just so much going on. How do you even describe that to somebody? Like, play me a Dungeon Destroyah song. How does it sound like? I can't even tell you. It's gonna play it for you.
You ever been in a Russian nightclub? At night?
Yeah, dude,
Don't
this
know
shit
how to
reminds me of some
pronounce it.
brigade shit, like in Germany, some fucking warehouse.
Thanks,
like, the
dude.
dude doesn't let anybody in. Like,
Yeah. He wanted me to look at you. He's just like,
yes.
Hell yeah, dude.
No.
Thank you so much.
That's
Yeah.
tight, dude. Hell yeah. Fuck with that.
Yeah, they've been very fun to make. Yeah, it's just been fun making them and then like showing them to like Stony Pie or the Idiom. There's some of the best vinyl DJs who spin in some of the most pure shit out here. So like it's fun to make these and then show it to them and then have them be like, what, and like to know that they would play that and stuff. It just makes me feel so good, because I'm always trying to make something that I'd want them or myself to be like, whoa, like what is that, so it's always just trying to like do it for everyone, do it for, that's definitely the DIY shows, like the warehouses and stuff like that. It's all of that's in there. Yeah, exactly.
I love the lunchbox. I played 2 shows there and I'm like, damn. Like playing with Chewy inside him, like was very humbling because like I was playing some acid house, Chicago, crazy stuff, some jungle music.
Yeah.
And Chewy came on and he did it all in wax, like totally killed me. And I was like, damn, that's a humbling thing. But he'd be like, yo, what was that song you played? Like, it was like a French, crazy song. And I was like, oh, it's tight, like when you get that feeling. Because, those are the people that we look up to.
Yeah. I love them all, seeing their back-to-backs is like one of the greatest things, like Stony Pie and Ladium, they just killing it, flawless, the choice of tunes and everything, just one of my favorite sets to always see,
Oh yeah. I still listen to the one like the Lost Sleepish that you had on your SoundCloud, and that's your.
Oh, I listen to all of them.
Yeah,
so.
That one's just crazy because True was there too, right?
Yeah. I think he did do a set. Yeah, he did a set.
Yeah. That was tight.
Yeah, they're always trying to like get me to mix, but it's so intimidating, they're so good, but they're always like, come on, man, like you got 2 crates, and I'm like, I know, but it's just, I respect that whole technique and everything so much that like I don't want to, foul up,
that's how I feel. Like,
yeah.
People that I look up to, I'm like, damn, if I fuck up in front of them, I'm like, damn. Like I felt like that at the Flow Place Ish when you were there. I was like, oh shit, like I don't want to mess up in front of Ish.
I mess up all the time.
Like,
I just play it off.
Sleepy boy. You want to play some tracks, Ish?
Sure, I'll play some tracks.
Yeah.
Wait, you should hit a random one too.
A random one. Okay, I had one more in mind that I was gonna play. Okay, and then it's gonna be off of the new cassette Petite Mall. It started off with like a lot of experimenting on the bass station too, letting the synth talk, letting it communicate MIDI to all the machines around it, and kind of just sitting back and hitting record and just messing with numbers and stuff, kind of just like doing a bunch of math with each little brain. And
is that how they do it, like when they hack like the Sega Genesis and like the Nintendo to play like synths through the modular chips or whatever?
Yeah, it's all, you can do like different CV signals and trigger outs and stuff like that. This is just using MIDI, so it's just sending BPM signals and stuff like that. And Aphex Twin released the Aphex mode on the bass station too. So I'd already been like wanting to write arpeggiated, single step bass lines or kick patterns and stuff like that. So once that dropped and you could tune every key how you wanted, I kind of just let it rip, And then the second half I made for my girlfriend for her birthday. And it's just like something that I was really happy she enjoyed, So we love jungle and stuff in our house, so it was really good to. So this one's called Petite Mall. Oh, my bad. Cut that. with love. Oh yeah.
That was like a roller coaster.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, dude. Hell
No,
yeah.
I listened to it on the headphones and it sounded so clean.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Good.
damn. Hell yeah.
Makes me very happy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You guys need to hear Dungeon's music on headphones. Fuck yeah.
All right.
Or fucking a lunchbox.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Dude,
lunchbox.
Yo, if we're ever down to do a show, me, you, and Chewy, do like
Yeah.
a house show or something.
Always, yeah.
Just
Shout out,
acid house and all that shit.
Shout out Waveform Analog for throwing down. Scotty's got that analog system up in there, dude. Yeah.
It sounds so
Shit
crazy.
bumps.
I can't even describe it. Like the lunchbox is the lunchbox. Like you gotta go there to feel that bass in your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
All right. You want to throw down?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
was, how'd you make that? Is it the bass line thing? It's like, boom, boom, like.
Doom, doom, doom.
But it sounds like fuzzy or like it's like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was just one of the like sounds I made on the bass station. You know, I just made like a drum pack of one shots. You know, and that one that was like really fuzzy and distorted. I was like, ooh, like that. That's a keeper. So
Still hits though.
yeah, definitely. Okay, awesome.
It's all
Can't wait to play some more. I think we'll just.
But honestly,
No, that's just tight.
oh, you ever been to the? All right. I mean, I know you've been to the glass, but like, if you ever notice on the shelf of like where all the like random art pieces or whatever you want to call it, there's a record in the corner, a little 45.
Yeah.
And one day we were just all chilling and we were just talking about all the things up there. I'm like, yeah, something about that 45. I was like, oh, let me listen to it, see what it sounds like. And I got this like little thing on there.
There's nothing that I wouldn't do, no, to have me do. All you have to do is just ask me, baby, and I'll do everything that I can for you to make There's nothing that I wouldn't do, no.
Yeah, there was this like, it was like all super scratch. Like if you look at it, it's all like so,
Yeah.
like, but it kept skipping like when I would play it. That's why it sounds all jumpy. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. I love your sample choices.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go run through the cycle right now.
Go ahead.
I already know what's on, but hold on.
Play where you're gonna play and talk about it. That's what we do.
Do you trust me? Love me? You're putting it on me, you must be. Ain't only for the rule, baby. Yo, this is no intention of being offensive to women by calling y'all bitches. My down ass bitches still my queen. Princess cuts look clean on that finger next to the finger. You flip that me and there's no in between me and you. Only me and you. Who else gon' put it on you like the rule and go?
I remember you.
These are all like records. I think these are three different records I got from Japan.
Oh
And,
shit.
I don't know why I like this. I like to use the little pump. There's this one acapella I had from him that I just like to use over like it's like
All these kinds of beats.
yeah, I just like to throw it on there because he has like this certain bounce that I like. So I'll like use them for like just to see what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Someone rapping over it, and I kept it. And then I had my I only made it on my laptop, and my laptop got stolen.
Oh shit.
But I put it in here before it got stolen.
Damn,
so
so
this
that
is
was the last thing we had.
so it only existed on the SP.
Oh,
so I was
shit.
just like, fuck. So this is.
I remember you, middle of the night. I remember you, middle of the night. Put it to the crib like, what up, bitch? Got a penthouse set on my wrist, and my grandma sipping on active ice. Got a lot of ice and I'm cold as shit. And the bitches love to talk a lot. Pull out the porch of the car garage, and I never had a job. I high bucks to the trip to Mars. Ice on ice on ice. This project Dubai. Bitch, better buy your flight. What's on Skype, no light. Intro to this on Skype. Smoke for the pound for the face, just get it. Everything that you done did, I done did it. Focus on slow like a 24-50. 800 band just laying in the kitchen. Only way to sign is get it. Off and out the rape, just get it. Smashing on your bitch, just get it. Running the chain with no limit. Popping on X, popping on X, popping on X pills. Got a new car, got a new bitch, and I got a new deal. Only way to sign is get it. Off and out the rape, just get it. Smashing on your bitch, just get it. Running the chain with no limit.
I do, I think.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the Japanese make some really crazy music. Man. Like, I feel like
Listen to the jazz, bro. Japanese jazz.
well, I mean, it's more like funk. I feel like that's more what my feel is because like has like bounce and they have these crazy bass lines where they're like they feel like they're like bring, you know, like they're hitting those. Yeah, like I think I have one right here.
Damn, and that's not even like altered. That's just the original.
No, so one thing I've done too is like I like to do to kind of make it more fatter, more like dusty. I guess is like I'll make I'll make doubles of the same track on two different channels, and then just do one of all low end and then one high end, and then kind of just like bring out the more low ends, like make it a little more fatter, kind of give it more like.
I never thought of that.
Yeah. So
that's like.
yeah, so I'll just cut in and out between it. I don't know. you listen to I took out the low end the one song is just high end, and I kind of like made them more like flat. I guess I don't know how to compress it. Mm-hmm. And the other one is just all bass.
So you just added the low end.
So played together, you sound a little more louder and a little more. So
one's a high pass, one's a low pass. Okay, cool.
But it sounds a little more fuller in my.
Yeah.
The bass sounds more rounder.
Yeah. That Windbreaker track, same concept.
Same thing,
splitting a sample up and making certain parts come out that you want without affecting the other.
So basically, one's filtered.
Yeah. Just like that low end theory for the bass, take out the highs.
So if you just took one track off, all you hear was just bass.
Yeah.
That's it. And then the other one, you hear the
Yeah.
That's tight. Oh yeah. Now it gives it more dimension and more definition. That's tight.
It's alright with giving in.
This one is my homie Spiritual from Tucson. This sample I got from this record store in Portland. We went up there for like a quick 36 hours or something to go hike. Went to go swim in the water real quick. I was like, let's just hit a record store real quick. So we hit it. I only got like 2 records. I think I just bought 2 records. But this one, as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do something with this. And then I sent like a whole bunch of beats to the homie Spiritual from Tucson. And then he just sent me like a whole bunch of songs back. And then this is what he said.
It's alright with giving in. Who really loves you? Yes, it is. When you know you've got someone who really loves you.
Huh? Keeping it pushing is a protocol. I'm confused too, don't understand this shit at all. It don't take much to get involved. Eyes open, mouth shut, always avoid the law. Hey, I think we was born to ball. Out the pockets, not our sockets, all this shit is wrong. Feels like it's too late for humanity. Keeping it pushing, it's the soul that we're channeling. You won't catch me flying off the spring. I live through a physical and say what I mean. You can see me swinging all summer. Won't stop till I hit that big home runner. You can't expect to be caught when you fall. Climb yourself out the hole, you got some miles to walk. You can find me floating in the winter. Herb for my mood, chilling with some grave diggers, right? Keeping it pushing is the protocol. I'm confused too, don't understand this shit at all. It don't take much to get involved. Eyes open, mouth shut, always avoid the law. Hey, keeping it, I think we was born to ball. Out the pockets, not our sockets, all this shit is wrong. Feels like it's too late for humanity. Keeping it pushing, it's the soul that we're channeling.
You won't catch me flying off the spring. I live through a physical and say what I mean. You can see me swinging all summer. Won't stop till I hit that big home runner.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
Huh? Yeah, well, that's my beat, and then that was him spitting.
Fuck, that's tight. Damn.
Yeah.
So that was what was his name? Spiritual?
Yeah, Spiritual. Yeah, he's part of
Spiritual.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that Tucson Hip Hop Fest?
Yeah, they were in it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask if he was in it.
Yeah.
I reached out to them. I was like, hey, if you guys need somebody to cover the event, let me know. I have this little podcast. One of them follow me, but I never heard back, and I was like, maybe next time.
Yeah. I'll be performing the next one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think they got Conway.
Yeah, they did get Conway over there.
I'll definitely be there. That's in the March, I think.
Yeah.
Damn,
March.
dope.
Yeah. I think it's
That's
March 20.
tight. Hell yeah.
I want to talk about this bank I have. It's a Bank C, and it's just like of all these just one shots of it. Let's see.
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
that's from no what's that movie? Terrence Howard. I just forgot it. Hustle and Flow. Yeah, Hustle and Flow. Yeah.
Huh?
Did you have weed on you?
Yeah, I had weed on me. Yeah, I always got weed on me.
I beg your pardon? You want the blunt to at least last you one full D'Angelo concert?
Yo, man, I hope you got your money's worth, man. Word, I hope you got your money's worth.
You know I did, motherfucker.
Yo, man.
Yeah.
PTSD, that one hits home. Literally, because like that's the sound for the SRP box. I don't know if you know what that is, but you low power. You about to hurry up and get to the store real quick.
Mid-set.
Yeah, mid-set. People are just like, oh fuck, Mr. Krabs.
Yeah. I was late because I went to go get some chicken wings. That's why I was late.
You know that chronic make me paranoid.
Yeah, it was just a random interview, and then they're like,
You know that chronic make me paranoid, baby. Come here, you old food dog mark ass trick. Give me some love.
What's up, cuz?
What's up? All right, that's enough of that love. I'll play that sentimental shit.
it is. And then I have this one. Oh yeah, this one. So I still have records I haven't gone through from Japan. And I'll just slowly go through them and then just sample them. I'll listen to the whole thing, cause like sometimes like people just listen to like just kind of like just bounce over and then go to the next one. But I've like probably like missed a bunch of samples from like doing that. So I'll just listen to the whole thing, even if it's just like a little tiny like just 2 bars or something. It's like, oh fuck, I like that, so I'll use it. And this is kind of like that. This is only like 6 bars, but they're all placed in just different. Yeah. Well, I think one thing that I think that makes it sound more like I don't know, like how it sounds not as like I don't know what the word would be, but I have this record player, have this like really like nice needle, a nice stylus, a nice technique stylus, and it gets fed into the SP and then the SP into the computer, so kind of I feel like that flow makes it not sound as like I don't know, it just gives it a certain texture.
Because when you're going through the SP, it was just directly.
Even if I'm not like adding anything to it, I feel like just it going through here and in and out, like it has like some type of
I feel like it would be
to
like
the quality of it.
Yeah, you would lose a little fidelity, but you would gain like something extra from the SP, whatever that sound is. You know, crazy. I would never think to do it like that, but yeah, it adds texture, like you said.
Because I know like just putting like a record player right into the computer, like it to me it sounds like too clean or too like I don't know. I mean like I mean I think that's what sound we're all trying to accomplish at the end of the day, like a really clean sound. But like I like a little dustiness in my shit, so like even if it's just like a little off or like a little I don't know, just like a little.
Yeah, and Dilla did that too with the MPC. So like on his drums, he never quantized like his shit. He wanted to make it sound like it was actually human, like it was off a little bit like every time.
Well, they said he was one of the best drummers like on the MPC.
Oh yeah.
Hey, rap music.
Probably.
Yeah, it definitely gives it a human element. It just gives it texture and dynamic, you know. I think a problem with today now, like everyone's just using YouTube tutorials, so everything sounds really clean. Everything sounds the same. No one's taking the time to invest in gear and find a setup and a process that gives them the sound that they could find, that they're probably looking for,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then throughout, like, there's a lot of producers like Martin Hannah. He produced for like Joy, like I think he produced for Joy Division, like those punk bands and stuff. And they were messing around with like panning like shit left to right.
Yeah.
Back then, that was like never done.
Mhm.
But then they also experimented with like Pink Floyd, like recording like random ambient noises and like pushing the limits of what you can
Gated
do.
reverb.
Yeah.
That 80s.
Yeah, there's
Exactly.
I think he's from Finland, Mika Vainio. I think he passed away a couple years ago, but it's a perfect example of like being very minimal, and doing that is letting shit ride, hitting record and letting pieces of hardware talk, not trying to make it perfect. And he ended up like just blowing minds, and you should check him out, dude. His stuff is just like,
Yeah, you have to send it to me for sure.
all over the place.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's tight. You get some more for us?
Yeah.
Mika Vainio.
Susie threw me the booty. Just
Alright, so this one, I think you might have been there, but the homie Lord Raw was over. Maybe you were, I don't know. But anyways, it was me, Tree, him. I know there was someone else there. Maybe you weren't, but we all took like little. I got the record and like I found the loop. I was like, "Yo, Tree, let's flip this right here and have Raw do something over it."
Damn.
So it was alright. Did it, sampled it, got the part, and then True was like, "All right, let me do something too." And then they made the drums on this. This is all in SPB. So they programmed the drums on here, and then
I ain't the thirst, I'm dying to hurt. Niggas get shot over shit that's worse. So I'm on my move and I'm doing my thing. Niggas know the groove, they ain't never done shit.
So we all put it together, and it's like
I ain't the thirst, I'm dying to hurt. Niggas get shot over shit that's worse. So I'm on my move and I'm doing my thing. Niggas know the groove, they ain't never done change. We ain't never done change. Money staying the same, we ain't flat broke. But the cash though ain't that great, asshole. Damn, yo. Want some new shit, some stupid, you hate me for it. Crazy for it. Only burning one for you, you should hate me for it. But damn, I'm running like Forrest. So can you hate me? I'm gorgeous. I be up in the morning, doing bench press, doing it. Like, cracking them eggs and eating my breakfast. Niggas don't know shit, I've been all on my Lexus. They like, damn, where you get that, John? From your mama. Get the fuck away from me. R.I.P. Obama. But it's for later, though. Like it's for later, though. Y'all niggas sound so deflated, though. Y'all niggas smell like a-hee-ho. He, I'm laughing. Not to the bank, or I'm captain. Bitch, nigga. I ain't had plans of getting rich, nigga. And I'm not about fame neither. I'm just trying to spread this good shit. Like P said, these good cuts. Niggas know that we cut up. So I had to call my cuz up like, yo, bail me out. Mail it out. That's the cocaine. I grew up in a words chain. Like, damn, I'm a wordsmith. But this beat got me hurting. Sound like you gurgling nuts. Get off my nuts.
Ooh. Yeah.
That was awesome.
That's tight.
I think that was one thing that was cool. Like, it's like I think let me just go back a little bit. Like I think Japan definitely played a big part in like my I guess sound for right now. It's like because like just going over there is being superly heavily inspired by everything that they do. Going through all their just dollar bins. Those are like a lot of the stuff I've sampled are all dollar bin stuff they have. But like, yeah, they have a lot to do with like a lot of these samples, like that sample is Japanese. Like I think like probably 80% of the beats I've made are all like Japanese that I've been playing as of recently.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Gotta give a shout out to the Japanese. You know, they make some crazy music.
Yeah.
Super and some other shit.
Like I think we were talking about that Steve Manai record. That was like
Nigerian.
Mm-hmm. Like Frank Ocean covered, and then Theophilus London just did with Tame Impala, partner.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, damn, there's music all around the world. We just gotta look for it. Like that Turkey record.
Yeah.
It's crazy flip.
Definitely. Yeah.
And a lot of these records, I don't even know what their names are, because it's all like there's nothing in English, you know.
Yeah.
Other than what year it came out and how much it is.
Hell yeah.
So I'll just go over there, get some records, come back, and just go through them, and it's like, whoa, like.
Damn, that's tight, dude. That's tight when you can find something like that. You're just like, damn.
And I think like that goes to show that like you can find good shit if you look for it. You know what I mean? It's not everything's just gonna be given to you. You know.
Yeah.
Like, I think like there's a lot of samples that are overused. I mean, obviously for sure.
Yeah.
But traveling and like going other places definitely helped me like get past that and be like, oh, there's way more deeper stuff that's not even like no one even knows about.
Yeah,
it, you know?
exactly.
And I'm pretty sure it's like that everywhere else. Like Brazil, there's probably a bunch of shit that nobody's even.
They all have their own.
Yeah.
That's what the kick that I've kind of been on was like the Brazil stuff, like the samba jazz and everything like that. Reminded me of like when you guys were out there and shit. Just like encouraged me to start digging.
Yeah.
Like in that international bin, you know, nobody looks at. Yeah.
And I think this goes from like people are just kind of like a lot of people don't touch that, or I don't know, man. I don't know, maybe I'm just wrong, but like some people are kind of scared, that, like just because they don't know about it, that they just kind of like, oh, I don't know what that is. Like, yeah. But it's just like just fill that shit out.
Yeah. Because I remember you played a song. It was like Telgo Calderon, that song, Pa Que Te Lo Quiere.
Oh, yeah.
And I played that at a dance party, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't know Ish fucks with Telgo Calderon. That's tight.
Yeah. And like I think it's because you can talk to so many people with music too. Like I don't know how to say one word, and I could play one song. Everyone's like,
oh, dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. I was like, damn, it's your boy.
Slice you up like a.
Oh, this is that one with the. I sent you this one like a while ago. There's that break from the band that's from here. No, it's not. It's like some like synth shit.
That was tight. Hell yeah. I enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun, guys.
I'll throw it over. Throw the sticks back over there.
Alright. Let's see. I think this one was based off of letting the synths. I think the base station is sending signal to like the TB03 boutique.
Yeah.
And I had that going, I think, at double speed, and then I had the vocal sample, just running at halftime.
Yeah.
Very fun. It was just came out really fun. It was a whole live jam, and really stoked with it.
Oh yeah.
Getting assimilated.
Yeah. That was so nasty.
Hell yeah, dude. Whew. Yeah, it's really fun, just making all the little brains talk to each other, and just taking a step back, and then messing with the 4/4 effects on it live, just like
I can imagine like with that.
Yeah, it was a good way to look back on like all the things I've learned and just kind of hitting record and letting things rip, and just being okay with it and not chopping anything too crazy or obsessing, because that's one thing I have a hard time doing is just finishing something or saying that's good,
You're just worried about how it's gonna sound, how people are gonna take it.
It used to be that way, but now it's just it's more so just for me now, as long as I'm surprise myself, keep it moving, keep all the combos, keep all the rudiments. I just like to keep things really drum heavy because I think a lot of electronic music now is just very simple, kick snare, and just constantly hearing that, it just makes me want to find something different every time, and there isn't really a lot of people now doing that, so just taking a step back, looking back, doing things old school, just on this, and it's really creating a completely different sound for me that I've been looking for, and I've been looking for that nasty, raw, just crunch, so it's really rewarding.
And it's crazy how you guys both experimented, like, just with what you had. Like, Ish made his sound rounder by doing that technique of just cutting and pasting the song twice, cutting out the highs and lows on each, and then making that product. And then yours, like, sticking to the raw fundamentals of the SP, and, that crunch that you're looking for, you're able to attain it just by using very minimum things.
Yeah, just live signal.
What you have.
Yeah, live signal, and I think that's what's making the shit that's surprising me, not YouTube tutorials, you know.
Yeah, it's not just like sticking to a formula that people already have. You're discovering your own shit by fucking your own settings. Yeah. Well, we'll cut the video because I want to keep it, you know, for the YouTube and then.
Yeah, of course.
But we'll keep the music going. But I would say to close it out, like, what would be like one tip you guys have for like new people trying to make music? Ish, you want to start in a dungeon?
What was the question again?
Like, what if someone's like, I don't know, like picking up an SP and they're like, I just want to make music. Like, what would be like a tip or just something that you would tell them to the youngsters?
Just touch it every day, mess with it every day. Like, just see what one button does and just mess with the knobs. Like, say you don't have a manual or anything, just mess with it and then. Cause like I was intimidated by the SP for a while, you know. I didn't want to get one because I was like, dude, like I don't know, like.
Yeah.
And then I got one because my uncle was selling it. He's like, hey, do you want to buy this off me? And I was like, yeah, I actually do. And then I got it, and I was just like, what the fuck do I even, you know? So I was just like, just started twisting knobs and just pushing buttons, like, oh, this one, like, if I push this, and then also the other homies are really good at, they've been using them for years already, so they're like, oh, if you push this together, then this happens. And I was like, whoa. So, I mean, I don't know. I just say just mess with it every day, touch it, pick it up every day, you know, because if you just put it down, you're not going to get it. You're not going to ever, like, just collect dust. But just if you mess with it every day and you want to do it, you will do it, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But if it's not there, then you're not going to do it, you know.
Exactly.
That's the end of it.
You gotta have the drive, though.
Yeah, the drive for sure. Because, I mean, like all the homies are making beats on just this, you know. Fools, you got fools who have full blown studios and got bread, but they're not doing anything, you know. Yeah, exactly. So it just shows you like what it's not what gear you have, but it's how you use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, there is some really tight gear out there too, though. But, you know.
Oh yeah, there's like, you know, like we talked about earlier. I want to roll a 909.
Yeah.
To make that crazy, like that can't be replicated. You gotta have it, but it's also $10,000. So you gotta work with what you have, right?
Yeah, definitely.
What about you, man? By a person who's trying to make music, what would you describe? Like, what would you tell them, like an advice or whatever?
Oh, I would tell them, you know, definitely read the manual, limit yourself. You know, always. There's always key fundamentals. You know, stick to 1 BPM and work it. You know, work those pre-scales. Keep don't keep the same loop going over and over. You know, keep dynamics and texture in mind. Learn different timings. Learn different rudiments that are all over the world. You know, and nothing is just 4/4. You know, and there's always room in between. Jojo Mayer, you know, who's amazing, phenomenal drummer. He talks about, you know, the difference between man and machine is that machine only knows 1 and 0, so it only knows yes and no. You know, the advantage that we have is that we have emotion and improv. We can improv with emotion, so you know, don't be afraid to, you know, record your own drums, record your own samples. You know, stay away from splice. You know, that's you know, you're not gonna find anything there. You might find a couple ideas, but record things on your own. You know, and find out the values you need when you're mixing and EQing, because that whole process will help you along the way. And you're not gonna make a song in a day. You know, you could, but there's also things that I stick to, or I stick to one rule for a day. You know, I'm gonna record melodies at this BPM, and I'm gonna keep just making different ideas and just stocking up your folder full of sounds, because one day you're just gonna drop it all in your workstation, you know, in your DAW or whatever, and it's all gonna go together as long as it's all numerical, you know, as long as it's all the same BPM and everything, you know, it all line up, and it's just like it becomes a sound of, you know, sound collage, you know, that all comes together. You know, don't overthink it, just do it, and then when it's there, you know.
Master it and then go on to the next
work on breaks all day, record those, you know. I don't know how many files I have, just hours and hours of breaks, you know, and then make a drum pack out of that, then start your song after you've made a whole drum pack, and that's been really fun.
Hell yeah. You guys are mad. Inspiring.
Hell yeah, dude.
No, seriously, like,
yeah.
Super inspiring watching you guys do that shit every weekend and shit,
Yeah, I love his style. Every time I hear something, I know it's him, and it's smooth, it's minimal, you know, and yeah, dude, it's so good, yeah.
Let's going back to that theme, doing more with less.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, always.
Whether it's the sound or with the instruments or even with the hardware that you have to play it,
Mm-hmm.
like just mastering it, finding every nook and cranny about how to master and like make it different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what Dilla did with his MPC. You know, he found every single feature that you could find and like just explored the shit out of it.
Yeah, nerd out. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I can always tell everyone's style like right away. Like I could tell Book style, Frank's, I mean Moretta's, yours. Like I can just hear it off top because their style sounds like their personality.
Yeah,
that makes sense. You know?
Yeah,
make
definitely.
it your own.
That's another key component is communicating. You know, a lot of the things that I've learned on this haven't been from the metal. It's just been asking homies like, yo, you know, I saw you do this, you know, and you just pay attention to the light when they're playing, you know, and you see some shit going on, you see some letters, you see some numbers, and you go, what does that mean, you know? And that helps all the time, learning how to effect grab, you know, cancel record, put in your input value, you know, effect grabbing, you know, jumping right into an effect without clipping your song, because sometimes that happens. You know, putting an effect on all the pads instead of it just being on one, you know.
It's like all the nuances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like you said, read the manual.
Yeah.
Fuck around, just spend all day reading all the nuances.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys coming, man. It was a pleasure talking about music, showing us your music and stuff, and talking us through that process and what was going on. So yeah, we'll definitely have you guys on for sure. But
it's been fun.
Until next time, guys. This is the Bump. So peace.
Free TK.
Right.
Free Palestine.
Bam.